And yet, I'm with you. It didn't work for him to step out of the tunnel. If, in fact, you had all agreed, you had voted, whether majority or unanimously, to do this as a team, to stay up in the tunnel until the anthem was done. And Mike Tomlin was clear, and I loved what Mike said after the game. I'm a big Tomlin fan. I always tell you, if I could have ever played,
Mike.
Hey, he is, because if I could have played in the NFL the way you did, I would want to play for that man.
So would I.
Yeah. So his point was, I didn't invite this. You know, I got forced into this situation where everybody in my locker room, thanks to what got said on Friday night by the president of the greatest country in the world, the divisive comments, then everybody had to make a choice. Do I or do I not? But I love the flag, but I believe in Colin Kaepernick's cause. So how do we do this? And Mike Tomlin probably suggested, how about we don't do it?
Right.
How about we just stay up in the tunnel? At first I thought they just stayed in the locker room, but for time purposes, they were just ready to run out as soon as the fireworks.
Mike used the term, we got dragged into this bull dive.
He said that, and they did. And he, as a football coach, you can't love it. And I don't know if it has to do, because, listen, the Bears are a weird team. At home, they should have beaten the Falcons in the first week.
Could have easily.
And now they ran for 220 yards, and they did beat the Steelers.
Oh, but did you see that guy hustle at the end of the half?
That didn't work.
Oh, did you see that guy hustle, Skip? I know a guy just last week, Joy, had an opportunity to hustle.
I want to point out, you're the one that brought up the Cowboys this time. This is on you.
I know a guy. I didn't call no name. I know a guy last week had 2 occasions. I saw a guy yesterday run 50, 60 yards. He could have stopped, and nobody would have said a word. What happened, Skip?
Well, the people closest to him chased him instead of the guy who had run a downfield pass pattern, who was completely past the play, who turned around and saw Chris Harris Jr. running the other way. And by the way, the same Chris Harris Jr. who plays for the Broncos, who then, after I told you they played their Super Bowl, then they go up to Buffalo and they lose to the Bills? Really?
They played terrible, Skip. I mean, what you want me to say? They played terrible.
Okay, so back to what happened in Chicago, back to the real or unreal world. But the point is that the splitting of the team, you never know what to read psychologically into how the impact is, but maybe the Steelers were a little distracted.
Skip, it's like, put it like this. If I'm on a team and we say everybody's wearing fatigues or camouflage, you can't come show up in khakis. We agreed that we're wearing fatigues or camouflage. Don't come show up in khakis talking about, but you know, bro, I don't want to disrespect. No. What we agreed to, we are a team. And if you think about it, Skip, when teams, they always take the military mentality because it's all for one for all. Whatever we decide to do, that's what we're going to do. He went on his own. I get it. He was in the military. I commend him for his service. But in this situation, if the team decided that we, all of us, were going to wait while the national anthem is being played, that was the protocol that should have been followed.
Once again, this is also divisive, that it's filtering into locker rooms and disrupting teams' ability to concentrate and win football games in the end.
Well, I mean, they only have one person to blame this weekend.
That's what I say. That's right.
So, you know, you can talk about how Colin Kaepernick started all of this, but he did not call anyone who protested an SOB. So I just want to reiterate again, because this is a perfect example of how lost this whole message got. This is not about the military. It's not about the military. It's not about the flag. It's not about patriotism. It's not about disrespect for the country. That's all just a narrative to distract you from the original messages that Colin Kaepernick was trying to get across. It's about equality and injustices that need to be addressed for people who have been harmed or killed, unarmed people of color. That's it. It's not about the flag. It's not about the military. It never was.
Skip, and the kneeling before the flag is not disrespectful. When you pray, what do, Skip? When you ask a woman to marry you, you get on a knee. Disrespect for the flag would be stepping on it, would be burning it, would be spitting on it. He did none of those things.
Hey, so I grew up in an era when a lot of white kids burned the flag.
During the Viet. So can we stop this narrative? All we're asking as minorities is that America be who she said she would be on paper. We're asking the Stars and Stripes. Now, you say that flag represents so much. We ask that that flag represents all those things to everyone, regardless of their race, regardless of their religion, regardless of their gender. That's all we're asking that flag to represent. Not just that it represents that to you, and we ask, Dr. King said it, I just want America to be who she said she would be on paper.
Yep. Was Odell Beckham